WAOH is brought to you in part by Ohio's #1 trusted real estate team, The Young Team. Online at theyoungteam.com.
Welcome to Good Morning Akron. I am your host, Sarah, with my co-host for the day, Mr. Dan Mosier, and founder of WAOH.
Filling in for Ben White, who does a phenomenal job, so musically talented, to play guitar and sing at the same time on the spot, just on the show.
Yes, he's
great.
like a wandering minstrel. Funny little side story. When we were dating, I got a job at Kings Island for the summer. I was 18. And so he auditioned too, because he was like, well, we're dating and I don't want to spend the summer away from you, so maybe I'll audition too. And they almost gave him a job that they made up was going to be a wandering minstrel.
Wow.
Because they loved his musical talent, but he didn't quite fit into like the performing roles that they had. They didn't end up giving him that, but it was pretty cool. They were like,
you did a summer at Kings Island.
I did a summer at Kings Island. I hosted Slime Time Live. That was actually my first hosting job. And that's where I fell in love with hosting.
That's awesome.
It's Slime Time Live.
And the relationship survived. It was a long distance relationship for.
Well, no, he actually ended up moving to Cincinnati, and he worked at Bob Evans for the summer. And
I'm hearing
together,
the Summer Lovin', the Grease,
it was
had me a blast.
It was Summer Lovin'. He did not love that job, though.
Oh, but he did it to be near you. Oh my gosh, the cuteness factor. I adore him. I adore you. You guys are just awesome when you come on there, and the audience is tuning in this morning, going, "Where's Ben?"
I know.
Where's
Ben? But we get Dan. We love Dan. We have such a great show for you this morning. Really excited about this. We have Claire and Reed. They are students from ETC, which is a show choir here in the area, and they're going to just be chatting about what they have coming up. We have Tamika Hale. She's the executive director of Pregnancy Solutions, a nonprofit here in the area. Michael Jude, who's been on the show before. I just adore this man. He is an author, and he is sharing his second book with us, The Lost Hamsters and the Castle of Light. And he shared his first book with me. It's a really fun young adult book, and I love our local authors. All our local artists are just amazing. Julie Cahigas, she is awesome as well. She is coming in to talk to us about the Zips Guide for Mother's Day. We love our connection with Akron U. Mm-hmm. So fun. Celeste Slater, we have a huge show today. Celeste Slater, she is doing, this is so fun, a Hillary Banks second annual brunch. Do you know Hillary Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? And so she is doing this fun twist on a Mother's Day brunch. And so she's going to come in and talk about it. We're also going to be doing a business spotlight for her for that brunch. So you're going to be able to actually see that brunch later on, which is really cool. And then from Suncrest Gardens, the Garden Center Director of Operations, Rob Cowie, is coming in today. And we may even get some help with our plants here.
Over the break, when you were on vacation, I watered this plant every day. I moved it into our big windows, and then down the hallway, I have tried to revive our plant, but I am so excited that we're going to have a plant sponsor, plant experts to come on.
Right.
Because for a period of time, our plant was looking a little
And we're going to have actually more than one plant sponsor. We have a few lined up. We're going to have monthly plant sponsors for a bit and be able to share some local garden centers with you guys, which is awesome.
I see the crew from ETC is here, and I will tell you that ETC has been around for decades in the area. And I'll share with you a personal story I can speak.
Well, I have one too.
I'll share. Back in the day, when I was in good old Stowe High School, I had cousins that were in ETC, and I had several friends who auditioned and made it, and all of them. I would videotape the shows because I knew most of the cast, and I got to go to wonderful parties with there was always the great students. It was a great group to hang out with. Always good kids involved in the choir and show choir and all of that.
Good.
So good. So you have that already, but it's such an incredible time commitment.
My gosh. Yes, it is.
And they would perform, of course, in public at the Chapel Hill Mall. So I would go along as the videographer, and they say, "Hey, you should audition. You like to sing and do all this." I said, "I'm a much better videographer than singer." So all I would do is go to record the shows, but my cousins and friends and everybody I knew that was the practice schedule and you'd see them out in public, and they do a phenomenal job, but you didn't realize. It's just like when you're in football and you do the two-a-days.
Yeah,
it's that
especially
kind
for
of
the
commitment.
higher level kids.
So it is.
For that.
And so you gotta, hats off to them for the amount of time they put into it. And, it's an incredible program.
It is an incredible
And been around for
organization.
30,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going back to 1990, 91, 92, more than 30 years ago.
Well, I'll just share I'll try to be quick about my two little stories. Zach Triscari, who is one of their leaders, I taught him voice lessons when he was a high school student. And so I just have a super love for him. And he is just a really amazing person. And so I'm just super thankful that now he's leading some of these groups for ETC. And then also my middle kiddo did a year of ETC. She wanted to try it out. They let her in like a year before she was technically allowed in because she had a really nice voice. So she did it her second grade year for the itty bitty group. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what they were called, and they can share with me what they were called. But she had a great year. She just, ended up wanting to do some other things. Although I think it helped her get into Miller South, and she does vocal and theater at Miller South. So she's taken her show choir knowledge in with her. But
it's wonderful you can have them on to spotlight. What a great organization.
Absolutely. So that's really fun. All right. Well, stay tuned, you guys. Like I said, it's a great show, and we're super excited to have all of these wonderful guests.